So the way we look at it as a value manager is we're trying to buy a series of cash flows for less than we think they're worth. So whether that's a high PE stock or a low PE stock, it doesn't really matter. It's about how we value those future earnings. And if we look at some of the Chinese technology stocks we own, they're growing revenues at nearly 50% a year at the moment. So Tencent's trading at 37 times earnings, but when you're growing revenue at 50% a year, that multiple comes down very quick. So Tencent is well known for its WeChat messaging service. It has about 900 million users. Half of them spend over an hour and a half on WeChat every day. And half of their revenue at the moment comes from online gaming, which is growing very quickly. And the other part of the business is it owns about 15% of revenue from advertising, and we think that's going to grow exponentially over the next decade. Tencent already trades at 37 times earnings, which is a big multiple, but when you're growing at 40 or 50% a year, that multiple is going to come down quite quickly. It's also a $300 billion business already, so it is a well-known business, but we just think other assets within the business are underappreciated. The focus at the moment is on the gaming because it produces so much revenue and profit, but only 15% of revenues come from advertising in a business where almost every Chinese person is using the service, so we think that's a huge part of the potential. I think online gaming is a bit of a hit and miss business. So if the gaming revenues were to slow because they produced a few poor games or people got fed up or bored with the games, that's probably a big impact on the current earnings. The payments business is one we think there's lots of potential, but there's also Alipay out there, which is a competitor. So WeChat's option isn't the only payment option out there. But I think anything that really inhibits that growth, if some of these monies are spending on new things like artificial intelligence, if they don't come through, then paying 37 times is a big multiple to pay for a lower growth business.